Hey there guys, welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Once again, I almost forgot to continue talking. At the end of last episode, we did have the execution occur, and we kind of ditched out right in the middle of Monokuma's speech. So I'm going to let him finish talking, and then I'm going to share my thoughts. Hopefully they don't change too much from what he's about to say.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, they're so impatient! Didn't they learn to stick around till others finish talking? What does that mean? Of course he's plotting something again. He's Monokuma. That's what he'd do.
No way!
I'm not plotting anything. I'm just trying to properly explain everything to them. Including Nekomaru's body. They can't possibly kill someone else. We just lost 3 people. It's their fault for not sticking around until I finish talking. So if something happens because of that, I bear no responsibility. Is he going to be like a cyborg now or something? Fine, I just saved him, that's all. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who's that close to death. So it could be... He's a zombie. He's a Neku zombie. His name doesn't start with Neko. I wonder if he's a cat now. Okay, before I get to this, but let me just... Last episode, there were there's a lot of very interesting information that came to light, so it would, or as it were. What we really learned was that couple things. Number one, Mikan apparently had a relationship with someone that was affiliated with the World Enders, and someone that's already dead. Now, what's really interesting about that is the only 2 people that we know of that are dead and were with the World Enders were Junko and her sister, was it Sayori or something like that? So, the only 2 people that it would make sense that Mikan is talking about would be either Junko or Sayori. And I'm going to go with Junko because we don't really know hardly anything about Sayori. The only time we knew her, she was pretending to be Junko. So, what's really interesting about that is that if that's the case... It means, A, definitively this game is taking place after the first game, because we never really knew that. There's been no real references between the games so far, except for a couple of, fourth wall breaks by Monokuma. And B, that also lets us kind of... Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I have no idea if this is accurate or not, but this is what has come to my mind, and I'm going to share it, because I'm a sharer. What we have... is if this game takes place definitively after the end of the first game, and if this game started in Hope's Peak Academy, then it obviously begs the question, where were all these guys during the first game? The answer seems to be that they were, for whatever reason, in stasis, passed out, drugged, something. For whatever reason, they were not present during the first game. Which means it's very, very possible that Byakuya, Hina, all of them found these guys after the school ultimately unlocked. If that's the case, that may be why it's kind of seemed like a computer program was running at the beginning of the game, because I think this is still a virtual reality. I don't actually have a lot of reason for thinking that, because unfortunately there's been no real evidence of it since the game began. But there was definitely a lot of computerish stuff happening right whenever we loaded the island. So that's what I think is possibly the case. And if that's true, that explains why Byakuya is in this game and why... Well, okay, it doesn't explain why he's so fat, but why his personality is so markedly different. In the first game, he was trying to survive. In this game, he's trying to mentally prepare these guys to come back to the real world. If they are in stasis, then presumably they were put into stasis right as the, calamity began. And he has to, kind of get them ready for the world they're coming back to. Which... is why he was so I'm going to take care of you, but you guys need to get used to this idea. If that's the case, then it may be that Monokuma isn't actually Monokuma, but is someone they put in here in order to drive the plot. There's only a couple of problems with that, and I don't have these worked out yet. One, if that's the case, why is Byakuya so fat? There's absolutely no reason he would willingly have that happen. Two, why did they just start with Monokuma here? If the whole goal of the simulation is to get these guys ready for the real world, why did everything was all lovey-dovey and peaceful for a while and then Monokuma shows up? There's no reason for that deception. And 3, what the hell is Minomi doing? That doesn't seem like something but Byakuya would do. And also, the big question, 4, how did they do this? You know, their ultimate programmer is actually gone, and so it's not like they could do all this. So there's a lot of questions still up in the air, but that's sort of a very rough outline of what I think is going on. All right, let's haul ass. Let's find out about Nekomaru. Even though our minds were completely exhausted, strangely enough, our bodies felt light. Without stopping for anything, we kept right on running towards the beach of the first island. I don't see him. Where in the world is Nekomaru? Is he a palm tree now? Did they make him a palm tree?
Hey.
Hey, Nick. Okay, you're not here to assault him.
Listen.
We have to come to pick you up. Please hurry and come out of hiding. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We double raised. And so on and so forth. We kept looking for him. But what the hell? He's nowhere to be found. Could you get something from Monokuma again? Our familiar voice echoed through the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
Could it be?
That voice! Why is he invisible? With hopes in our heart, we turned towards the direction of the voice, and we saw something truly unbelievable.
Huh? What the?
Yo! I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
Yeah, what is it? I'm so trying to predict, but I don't know. There's not enough information to go on right now.
Who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
That'd be even funnier if people didn't see that scene.
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing!
Is he a robot? Is he Sophie?
The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
I was kidding! Holy crap! Well, Nekomaru doesn't need sleep anymore. Can he even do it anymore? Nine days left. You know, I never actually thought about it that way, where you can... Wow, so we've got like 3 trials to do in 9 days, so obviously each trial will take about 3 days. Wow. I never really considered that, 'cause a lot of days went by in that second one. 9 days, 9 students. To be continued. The nurse's apron? Sure. Okay, it wouldn't have gone on quite as long as I thought it would. Only about 10 minutes or so. Actually, probably less than that if I would, like, blab less. This is a little bit problematic. I don't actually know... I'm recording this right after my apartment got robbed, and so I don't actually have a clock nearby. I don't know how long I've been going. We were hoping things would progress smoothly. That's right, a common ordinary progression would have been just fine. Like, for example, the enemy's lair crumbling right after you defeat the final boss, or your dead friend suddenly reappearing. It would have been just fine if things had progressed like that. It's kind of old-school progression we were hoping for. Not this unreasonable turn of events.
The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
Nekomaru? Is that you?
No matter how you look at it, I'm still me!
No matter how we look at it, this isn't you at all.
I don't know, I see some resemblances.
Sheesh.
You guys are a strange lot. You have such big, wide eyes. Or perhaps you fall in love with this metallic body of mine. I didn't know what you wanted to say by looking at you, just by looking in your eyes. And again, I am a former teammate. Former? Why aren't you still? What happened? Like you seen a ghost or something. Hey, man, don't go that strange-ass mask. Really? I mean, you're the mechanic. You should know more than anyone that that's real. As he raises his damn... Actually, I bet he knows it's real. I bet he's in denial. His stammering voice, Kazuchi grabbed on Nekomaru's head and... Come on, take it off! Interesting, he can feel pain. Ow, ow, ow! Stop it! Stop it! Hey, why won't it come off? Wait, are you freaking kidding me? It's not just for show? It's not just, it's pure, I've been reborn as pure electricity. He's taking this awfully well. I wonder how long he's been like this. If you're seriously Nekomaru, that's my... You end up getting a body like that, it's my fault, right?
Sorry.
Wow. I feel like you should have re-recorded that line. That doesn't really sound genuine. Sorry! I don't know how to apologize for this. Don't worry about it. That's what happens when you're alive.
Serious?
Is this really okay? Man, if you keep sweating the small stuff, you're gonna end up with even more gray hairs. Coming on. It is interesting. It's like at the end of every trial, except the first trial, we have like a wardrobe change. The second trial gave Fuyuhiko an eye patch. The third trial made Nekomaru metal. It's also interesting, a little bit sad. After our ultimate musician died, then Nekomaru became metal. Wah! I had to.
Hey.
But you're really Nekomaru, right? You came back for us, right? Why do you say resurrect the depths of hell? That's right. I resurrect the depths of hell with shining silver. How are you even okay with it? It doesn't even compare to my eye patch. How can you accept that body? Man, it's better just be alive.
Huh?
It's better to be alive. Hey, don't you agree? If I'm alive, I can still talk to you all. If I'm alive, I can still fight.
Some spirit.
Doesn't matter what happens to my body, not even a little bit. Nagito. Wow, he looks so, like, climaxed. You're amazing. Nekomaru's brilliant with hope. It's better just be alive. I do understand what he's saying, but when I don't make sense of it, this is just too weird. This isn't a novel or a movie. This is reality. Can something this unexplainable really be allowed to happen? No. Instead, why did it happen? I'm glad. It's fine, right? Right? Nekomaru definitely did come back to us.
What's this?
Ah, am I interrupting your touching reunion? Oh my god, every time Monokuma's talking, she comes along and just ruins my voice acting. I can't do her voice very well. Why is Nekomaru a robot? Well, unfortunately, it was truly difficult to save Monokumaru. Oh my god, that's not his voice at all. It was truly difficult to save Nekomaru from the jaws of death. But they don't call me the psychopath magician for nothing. I cannot do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Such a wonderful before and after has occurred.
It appears to be a little too dramatic. Thanks to that, I'm getting stabbed by all these envious stares.
Hey.
If you're really, what's going on with your thought process? Is that a program too? What happened to the other stuff, like your self-awareness and... How many times do I have to tell you? That doesn't matter. No matter what shape or form I take, I am Nekomaru Nidai! Is he gonna power through the rest of his life with his new abilities? It looks like you really are self-aware. That means his technology is insane. I've never seen or heard anything like that. I figured eventually he'd be like, oh my god. I wonder if this is going to cause him and Chiaki to get like a lot closer. Because she'll want to understand. Well, I don't know. No, she may not care about the AI because she's a gamer, not a programmer. With a commoner connoisseur's advance is not much of an advancement. If you think that advancements exist in college laboratories, that's a huge misunderstanding. The real advancement exists in place where you can pass on that talent. And you're saying that's you? Were you really that amazing? Stop admiring him. You stupid stuffed toy! Don't go screw with people's bodies like that! If you harm... Yeah, do you not remember how this happened the first time? If you harm Monokuma, you're gonna get someone else cyborged. You intend to find me once again? You're quite the barbarian!
Disappear!
Gee, this time I'll definitely fall prey to my Monokuma bazooka! She hasn't actually attacked you yet. Once the world shook and turned stark white. The surrounding environment and all sound were blown away by the impact, turning everything completely white. With that whiteness, I heard that voice yet again.
Nekomaru!
That didn't faze me at all! Check it out! I'm intact! I have no injuries at all!
Hey.
Are you fucking... He took that blast and doesn't even have a single scratch. It's a good thing he's so committed to his people. I mean, imagine how good a killer he could be now. He's seriously a real robot! Hey, can you let me just tell you, and show me your insides?
No, thank you!
This is so what? If I get disassembled, I'll end up dying. I suppose I should fill you in. If there's a robot now, if Nekomaru is killed, it's still gonna count as a murder, okay?
Of course!
It's possible Nekomaru might kill someone instead. Don't say such foolish things, that'll never happen. Well, with all that in mind, you guys enjoy the killing school trips together. Once again, I hope we can all get along.
It's impossible.
It's gonna be a while before I can mentally process this. Will Nekomaru ever return to his original form? If that is the case, it's a burden for Nekomaru. It's not like I came back as a monster. I'm just a robot now, you know? So I can't really see a difference. Well, just consider this a little promotion. By making a robot one of the main characters a genuine mystery transformed into a sci-fi mystery. And the hard-boiled transformed into cyberpunk. You're totally destroying the genres. Who cares? As long as it's fun, it's totally fine. This game, oh my god. This game, I want to be super serious and it won't let me. So this is Monokuma's boisterous laugh. Once again, I was forced to accept. This island is not the day-to-day world I knew. It's a mad world where the strange is accepted as normal. Causes, reasoning, circumstances, foreshadowing, these things don't apply here at all. That's what it means to live in a mad world. All around me are familiar faces. The ultimate robots dream of clockwork. Oh, do ultimate robots. Next morning we gather at the hotel restaurant like we always do. Man, I'm surprised. I wonder where the good food comes from because we lost Teru. Man, food today was awesome as usual. As always, you sure ate a lot, but relax just by looking at you. It's impossible not to worry about it. No matter what, this feels really strange. It's not something I'll get used to easily.
Hey.
Anyway, what are you gonna do? Nekomaru, I love that. You're used to him already? What am I gonna do? Do you need, like, oil?
Hey.
Regular? Premium? Well, he doesn't need oil, since he's pure electricity. Maybe he needs, like, battery power or something. I can only eat normal food, especially rice dishes. I can't keep my eyes off them. However, I'm feeling a little down today, so I don't have much of an appetite. I think he's in denial. I think he's like, no, I can eat! Ugh! Even though he totally can't. Are you malfunctioning? If you show me your inside, I can fix you up, you know? No means no! What, so you're here too?
Sorry.
Poor Nagito. I should know my place and I'll speak out of turn when everyone's gathered together like this. However, I just wanted to make sure I spoke to you about what happened yesterday. That person McCann sold her beloved? I can't help thinking about it. I won't get it out of my head.
What?
Am I just a coward for worrying about that?
Let me tell you, this.
It crossed my mind as well, but based on how she phrased it. So this is the end. This is really... Now I can go to my beloved and be forgiven. I can finally see my beloved. Please forgive me, as my hopes of finally seeing you die with me.
This, too, must be the will of causality.
Well, yes, obviously. It was as if she was speaking to an entity that does not exist in this world. Well, then there's nothing to worry about. More importantly, we seem to be thinking about the Future Foundation, our enemy. If that fearsome organization known as the World Ender truly is responsible for our imprisonment,
You flinch, you will die!
then investigating who's behind that organization is our top priority. That's another thing, actually, that I thought about. Because I went back and I rewatched it. And, oh geez, what... I was going to remember the exact wording. Basically, they said the Future Foundation was trying to bring about an end of the world. But Mikan said that. And it struck me as odd that Mikan, who was so behind Junko and like with Junko, would refer to the Future Foundation and the World Enders as trying to bring about the end of the world. Because I don't think she would think the World Enders were trying to do that. I think she would be totally on board with spreading despair. So I feel like the Future Foundation is actually opposing the World Enders. The Future Foundation, huh? The word future. Does it have anything to do with that ancient ruin? I mean, there's no doubt that symbol of the door to the ancient ruin was the Japanese word for future. If that's the case, it might be better if we investigate that ancient ruin again later.
However,
The more I think about it, the less sense it makes. Why would an organization that's secretly plotting to end the world make us suffer like this? And why would an organization that's trying to end the world be the Future Foundation? It sounds like they're trying to build a future. They went to a lot of trouble to abduct us and bring us to the island. Not only that, it took away several years' worth of memories and our lives at Hostwick Academy. For reasons that are also unknown. And again, in the first game, the World Enders were the ones doing that. And I forget, what did Monokuma say? I thought he said something about specifically not being part of the Future Foundation. But did he deny being part of the World Enders as well? I don't remember. Future Foundation, World Ender, ha! There's obviously something wrong if you believe in something so unrealistic. And I was going to say, you're a robot. You're one to talk. What should we do to get concerned about it as it relates to the Future Foundation?
Isn't that right?
Is the traitor for the Future Foundation that's hiding among us?
Hey,
I wonder who it is. True identity of the outsider hiding among us and trying to ensnare us. That's the other question, because if the Future Foundation trying to spread despair, then they are with the World Enders. But if they're not trying to spread despair, then they would be trying to spread hope. And if they're trying to spread hope, would the traitor be Nagito? Almost assuredly. Or possibly it could be Byakuya, but he's already dead. But he definitely would be trying to ultimately spread hope, because he's absolutely opposed to Monokuma and the World Enders. I just don't... There's so many questions, so many things up the air, but I'm almost positive that this plot line they're going down about the Future Foundation being the same as the World Enders is wrong. It doesn't make sense. The outside hiding among us and trying to snare us. Well, yeah, if I'm right and they're actually trying to spread hope. You're obviously most suspicious, though. Even a child's organization blathering about the ending of the world won't accept someone like me. Nobody wants a worthless human like me to join their group. You guys should know that feeling well, right?
you think so?
And that's the reason why you're not the traitor? I don't understand your theory at all. Then, who do you think is the most suspicious?
it's obvious.
I nominate Of course you do. Huh? Is it normal to doubt the most unlikely candidate? Not just that, you're the one here who still doesn't know your ultimate talent you possess. If we're basing the outsider who's hiding among us of ultimates, Hajime should be doubted right away. Absolutely, I'm the traitor. That's why I keep saving you in every trial. Man, they doubt me in every bloody trial. These guys are mean. Then Hajime's the traitor? What are you even saying? You shouldn't raise your voice like that. Might be gonna be more suspicious of you, you know? This is obviously your fault!
Settle down.
Stop fighting. So they fight about ourselves like this Monacoma's trap? That might be true, but... Alright, I'll handle this. Just leave the matter to me! She's... Does anyone eat other than her? I never see anyone eat other than her. Which again, if that's true, that again goes back to my they're in virtual reality theory. Eliminate the tin's atmosphere. Let me present you my new function I discovered last night. Is it fly? Can you fly? It's not like a visual function like that. It's far more practical and novel. You can't have something that's both practical and novel. Are you crying power? Behold! Alright, I'm not crying. My right eye dispenses cola. My left eye dispenses... Rooibos tea.
Are you kidding me?
What are you, a soda fountain? We'll be all here all day for every little thing you do.
Fuck with me.
What the hell? Does Monokuma think of you a function like that?
You're so evil.
That guy, he's definitely fooling around. Monokuma's just toying with other people's bodies. I, too, was modified by Monokuma, so I totally understand how Nekomaru feels. No, you don't. He's happy about it. But don't be depressed. You'll get used to it. It's surprising how quickly you get used to it. Don't go butting our conversation all of a sudden. I'll kill you till you die from me, stupid rabbit. I'm allowed to attack you. That's an extremely violent thing to say to someone. You showing up this time means... Don't tell us you defeated another Mana Beast? To that, you're correct! Once again, you've visited a new island, so please take the opportunity to get along with everyone. How you going? What a drag. If I go to a new island, it's not like we're going to find a way to escape this place, right?
You are right.
But I feel like the opportunity to kill increases every time we go to a new island. So it might be best if we just do not go.
I renounce you.
I do not know what you're planning, Fiend, but we're not going to fall for it. That's a misunderstanding. I was just...
Lame.
How annoying! Just stay back and let the rest of your big brother. I'll give you an example of how to lure these guys. Lure these guys to you, little sis. That was not his voice at all. What's that say?
I tell you to stay back.
Delicious?
This technique, it's impossible to defend against it or evade it.
That almost looks like the one of the final techniques of the Hiton Mitsurugi style, where you attack from like all angles.
Well now.
Now that I mopped up the annoying one. Alright, since you guys are feeling down in the dumps, I'll make you excited, so excited your nose will bleed. Compared to the early investigations, I prepared a special treat that's completely different than before.
Nice.
Hi, you took the bait? I guess it's true. If you want to get shut in out of their room, carrots work the best. Who the fuck cares about that? Hurry up and tell us what to treat it. There you go. It's an amazing treat. Don't wet your pants. Well, okay, it's okay if you do. Just don't spray it on me. I prepared a bunch of stuff you guys might find interesting on the new island. Such as clues about the future foundation. Such as parts that may be useful in making a ship.
Serious? News.
And also your student profiles from your time at Hostpeak Academy.
So,
Do your best to explore. Take care.
Hey.
What should we do?
You know, right?
Our only option is to go, obviously. Might be able to go home. We have ship parts. I plan to go too. If there's clues by the Future Foundation, we need to make sure we see them.
Hajime.
What about you, Hajime? Of course you're going, right? I don't know if I say yes, you'll say I'm suspicious. If you look at your student profile, you might get an idea to find out what your shining talent is. Chance for you to clear any suspicions, right? What? I don't think anyone here doubts me.
What?
Oh, I see. But there's a clue about my talent. I want to know what that is. The reason Host Academy chose me. Talent I possess. This is mad at me. There's no way I'm not worried about it. So y'all prepared yourself for the worst.
starting to get pumped up.
That means we're gonna go, right? If everyone's going, I shall accept you as well. But there's also a possibility that Monokuma set a trap. We should be careful where we step. I can't stop thinking about ancient ruin that might hold clues to the Future Foundation. We should start exploring the new island. Okay, and with that I'm going to end this episode. I think it's about 30 minutes, but like I said, I don't actually... Normally I can see on my other monitor the recording, and it tells me how long it's been going. I do not have that option right now, so... I am just going to have to assume that I'm about 30 minutes, because I do not know. See you next time, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in.